wanna dance by water beneath the Mexican sky. Drink some margaritas by swinging blue lights. Listen to the mariachi play at midnight. Are you with me? Are you with me?
Next year, I hope you've learnt a lot. I know that you will take a lot away with you that will contribute to all the work that you're doing for next year. So, thank you for 2017.
Are you with me?
I hope that the participants at the end of day 4 really will feel that this is one Amgen, that no matter which function they come from, no matter which country they come from, that we're all in here to do one thing, which is bring new exciting medicines to patients and make sure that they also will have access to it. I think what's always fascinating, and for me when I travel into the various regions of Amgen and meet the people from different cultures, different countries, different backgrounds, I always find it fascinating. What is common between all of them is a unique talent. They're all really strong, they're all really smart, and if we can all work together, we will achieve great results.
I wanna dance by water beneath the Mexican sky.
Because I just believe that Amgen and the differentiation at Amgen is all about finding the right opportunity, being absolutely agile, and innovating beyond what any other company is doing, with the possibility that we have with our great science, but also how we deliver that science to the patients and the physician. I think one of the reasons which is consistent with anybody who's joined Amgen is the newness and the innovation around the science. So clearly, that will stay as a center stage on what we do in terms of our, shall we just say, deliverables and what we owe to the patients to better their lives. So cutting edge technology, but products like Repatha, like Prolia, on the oncologist side, the rich pipeline that we have, I think they make Amgen a huge value proposition for the patients moving forward. And I think I've already seen this morning some of the best practices shared by different countries. I think we should all be very proud of the immense progress we've made in the last couple of months itself. And that's a testament to the seriousness and the commitment that we have to the world of healthcare, really.
Are you with me? Are you with me?
Certainly the promise is very high. The efficacy of the drug is excellent on the top of a statin or alone, and the safety also appears to be very good. So I'm convinced they will fulfill all the promises. We still have to see long-term data, but for the time being, so far, so good.
I think they're extremely exciting times, and I think that's exemplified by PCSK9 inhibitors. We've learned recently from genetic studies that there are many different mechanisms of lowering LDL cholesterol, and PCSK9 is the perfect example of that. Variants in the PCSK9 gene are associated with a lower LDL cholesterol and a lower risk of cardiovascular disease. And therapies like PCSK9 inhibitors are now being designed to recapitulate the phenotype of causal mutations. And for that reason, I think there's an enormous opportunity to produce innovative medicines that recapitulate the experience in nature and dramatically lower the risk of cardiovascular disease. I think so. I think PCSK9 inhibitors offer an unprecedented opportunity to get very low LDL cholesterol levels and produce large absolute reductions in risk, which should produce large reductions in the risk of cardiovascular events, because the benefit of the clinical benefit of lipid-lowering therapies appears to be determined by the absolute reduction in LDL, regardless of the mechanism by which it is lowered, particularly for those therapies that lower LDL cholesterol by lowering LDL particles through upregulation of the LDL receptor. So I think certainly PCSK9 inhibitors and statins, the two treatments that lower LDL cholesterol by lowering LDL particles through upregulation of the LDL receptor, will be the cornerstone of therapy that really dramatically reduces the risk of cardiovascular disease.
These are very exciting times because it's been more than 30 years since we had the first good drug, which was the statins. And now we've got a new group of drugs, the PCSK9 inhibitors, that are able to actually, previously my main area of interest is familial hypercholesterolemia. And now for the first time we are able to get these patients with this condition to LDL targets, which we never were able to do before.
Drink some margaritas by swinging blue lights. Listen to the mariachi play.
I feel definitely, as I said, with the combination now of statins, ezetimibe, and now with the PCSK9 inhibitors, we're even able to get the most severe patients with familial hypercholesterolemia to targets that we could never get to before. The big problem is just going to be finding the right patients and allowing them the benefit of this remarkable therapy.
And then, of course, just over the horizon, the opportunity to have a drug that truly rebuilds the skeleton with anti-sclerostin therapy will get us to the point where we'll be thinking about curing osteoporosis. That will be a revolution. This has been very fun to get to be with very interested, passionate, intelligent people about bone disease, and to get to share the experience and the data and information that we have. I think the important take-home messages are that despite the advances that have happened in our field in the last 25 years, there still is a lot to do. And the to-do part is implementing and taking advantage of all of those advances. But we need to learn how to help real doctors who, not just those of us in academic medicine, but real doctors, know how to take advantage of the advances to make things be better for patients. It's very important to remember that while we're all interested in osteoporosis, we as doctors don't treat osteoporosis. We treat patients who have osteoporosis, and if we keep the patient in our mind as the goal, will be a very important thing.
Listen to the mariachi play at midnight. Are you with me? Are you with me?